Real Madrid ready to choose Kylian Mbappe over Vinicius Jr. Please let us know of your opinion in the comments section and please don't forget to subscribe for more vibes. Real Madrid find themselves in unexpected territory right now. Coming into the season, there was nothing but positivity and confidence around Santiago Bernabeu and among the fans. They were the defending Spanish and European champions. On top of that, they had added arguably the best player in the world to their ranks in the form of Kylian Mbappe. On paper, it looked like an unbeatable team. But on the pitch, the story has been very different. Integrating Mbappe into the team has proven to be tough and it has had an adverse effect on a number of others as well. Mbappe has not looked at his best in the number 9 role. On the other hand, Jude Bellingham is struggling to have the same influence and impact on the game. Rodrigo has been in and out of the starting 11 as well. One player who has maintained his form to a large extent is Vinicius Jr. But he is playing on the left flank, the primary position of Mbappe. Mbappe's environment is seriously concerned about the situation that the footballer is experiencing at the decision to move to the club begins to be seen as a sporting mistake that can stagnate his career, although they are also clear that Florentino Perez would opt for him over Vinicius if he had to choose. Even without Mbappe, there are enough question marks over Vinicius' future with Real Madrid already. The idea of a move to the Saudi Pro League and becoming the highest paid sportsman on the planet has been floating around for a while. Let's see how things materialize. One can only hope that Real Madrid are able to bring their season back on track while Mbappe and Vinicius both thrive. Former Real Madrid forward urges Ancelotti to reconsider team selection and trust excluded duo. Fernando Morientes, the former Real Madrid forward, has recently shared his views on the team's struggles both in terms of performance and results, highlighting several key issues that have contributed to the ongoing crisis at the club. One of the first problems Morientes points to is the underestimation of Toni Kroos' departure from the team. According to Morientes, Real Madrid did not fully recognize how vital the German midfielder was to the team's success. He suggests that the impact of losing such a pivotal player was not given the attention it deserved, and this has left a noticeable gap in the squad. It's a matter of slightly underestimating the progress of one of the leaders in the midfield. We have talked about it 1,000 times and heard it in countless debates, which is Toni Kroos, he told Cope. Morientes says Aurelien Tchouameni should not be a center-back. Another major issue that Morientes identifies is the squad's lack of depth, particularly in the defensive department. Real Madrid currently do not have 4 reliable center-backs, which becomes problematic if injuries or suspensions occur. The lack of squad construction is a big problem, he noted. He emphasizes that while players like Aurelien Tchouameni may be physically strong, they are not suited to play the center-back role, which requires a specific skill set. Not having 4 reliable center-backs is a handicap if anything happens. You can't imagine Tchouameni as a center-back, even though he is a big, strong and powerful guy. And the center-backs can tell you that. Morientes draws a comparison, saying it would be unrealistic to expect a midfielder to perform as a striker, as the roles require entirely different responsibilities. The imbalance in the squad has left Real Madrid vulnerable in certain areas of the field. I can't imagine a midfielder as a striker because strikers have a completely different job to everyone else, he added. Urge to change. In addition to these problems, Morientes also addressed Carlo Ancelotti's role in the crisis. He believes that the coach has the experience to resolve the issues, but there needs to be more action from him in terms of making tactical adjustments and shifting the team's dynamics. There is a mix of everything, and what would be good, and what I would like, is for Ancelotti to change the team, he said. Lastly, he mentioned that there are still untapped opportunities within the squad, referencing young players like Endrick and Arda Güler, who have shown flashes of brilliance. He suggests that Ancelotti should explore different lineups and approaches to find solutions that have not yet been discovered. Endrick came on for 2 moments and scored 2 goals, well, he could score another 90. There's Güler. It's a question of going over the team and finding things that haven't been found yet, he concluded. Kylian Mbappe unhappy with Real Madrid's play style. Kylian Mbappe's 25 move to Real Madrid has not exactly gone to plan. The Frenchman, who joined Los Blancos on a free transfer following the expiry of his contract at Paris Saint-Germain, has 8 goals in his first 15 games. However, he has come in for heavy criticism for his overall game, whilst he has also dropped some anonymous performances in big games, notably in the UEFA Champions League and El Clasico. Whilst Real Madrid themselves may be unhappy with the France captain's current output, with Carlo Ancelotti reportedly singling him out as a major factor in the reigning European champion's current slump, Mbappe too isn't entirely happy in the Spanish capital either. According to Mundo Deportivo, Mbappe has told those close to him that he is not a fan of Real Madrid's play style, stating that he is unhappy with Ancelotti's current system. At PSG, the team and system were built around him, which naturally, the former AS Monaco man liked. That, however, is not the case at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid lay down the law. Midfielder will not be allowed to leave in January transfer window. Real Madrid have been criticized for a lack of depth this season, and while certainly their squad depth is creaking, part of the issue is that Carlo Ancelotti does not trust some of his alternatives, whether the motives be age or otherwise. One player who remains in limbo is Dani Ceballos. The Andalusian playmaker reportedly was keen to leave in August, but Real Betis could not meet Real Madrid's asking price. According to Sport, both Los Verdeblancos and Real Sociedad have inquired about the possibility of having the 28-year-old on loan for the rest of the season. Real Madrid they need to act in the January transfer window to be competitive this season, but are struggling to identify the right players. Relevo. Trent Alexander-Arnold is still considered very difficult for this winter. Los Blancos have made it clear that they have no intention to let Ceballos go this season though, considering him a different profile to the other options they have. That is despite him having just 108 minutes to his name this season. Ceballos at his best could certainly add plenty to a Real Madrid lacking football, but it has been nearly 2 years since that has been seen. Part of his lack of minutes was that he missed 6 of their 16 games through injury, but there is little doubt that he needs earn Ancelotti's trust again. With his contract up in 2027, Real Madrid will need to make a decision on Ceballos' future next summer. Real Madrid megastar unhappy at the club over Carlo Ancelotti's tactics. In a recent report from Mundo Deportivo, it has been revealed that Kylian Mbappe has expressed his dissatisfaction to those close to him with the way the team plays under manager Carlo Ancelotti at Real Madrid. According to sources close to the player, Mbappe has admitted that he is not happy with the tactical setup at the club, which contrasts with the style of play he was accustomed to during his time at Paris Saint-Germain. The Frenchman is currently experiencing a rough patch in his career, and it is clear that he is not performing at his best. Despite being one of the most talented players in the world, the French striker has found himself out of the national team squad for France's upcoming Nations League matches. The disappointment surrounding Mbappe has intensified after Real Madrid's recent disappointing results at the Santiago Bernabeu. The team suffered 2 painful defeats and in both of these matches, Mbappe was unable to find the back of the net, which led to growing criticism from fans and media alike, particularly in his home country of France. Mbappe's statistics for the season show that he has scored 8 goals in 15 matches. However, 3 of these goals have come from the penalty spot. His last goal in the Champions League came against Stuttgart, but he failed to score in the following 3 matches, which further adds to his frustrations. Not happy at Real Madrid. These numbers indicate that Mbappe is not entirely happy with his role at Real Madrid. He is used to being the focal point of the attack, a position he held during his time at PSG, where the team was built around him. However, at Real Madrid, things are different. He has not been given the same level of attention and support, and this seems to be affecting his performance on the pitch. There are signs that he is struggling with missed opportunities, which is unusual for a player of his caliber. This growing discontent is becoming more evident with each passing game, and it is clear that Mbappe is still adjusting to the demands of playing for Real Madrid under Ancelotti's tactical system.